Good morning, students. Yeah. Welcome to the first day of our class. Our class about the introduction to algorithm. My name is Dr. Tun. I'm lecturer for introduction in algorithm. So I'm really happy to meet you all here. And I hope that in this class you will enjoy our class and find something interesting in this class. It can be useful for your study, also your career in the future. I introduced myself with information. So I research in the institute. Institute is in information technology. So my major is database and algorithm. Recently, I researched the bioinformatics database and use machine learning to analyze data. So my major is really related to the algorithm. If you, during studying, if you feel something, any question and interesting to bioinformatics or something else, you can contact me. We can discuss more. I think the morning a lot of students wake up late, right? So not enough students in our class. However, because after wake up we find silence, the more silence than the class after class yesterday. So I hope you will have time to can introduce. I see in schedule, so you are from so many majors, from mathematics, from ICT, and from computer science, right? Many majors in this class. So, okay, we start to. It's my name and it's the name of our class. And today we study about Python. At first I will give you the course description first, and then we will go into some topics interesting to be today. At first, it's very different in classroom, and a lot of students different for me to contact each of you or discuss each of you. It's also different for you to try to give me the questions, or if you want some question and query me. So from the website, I already post a lot of information in the website. Yeah. For example, the first line we have welcome introductions. You can find out the subject descriptions for our class, objectives and outcome of this class, and also assessments evaluation this class, and also we can find out the textbook for this class. And because I want to have more and more interactions between us, it's really useful for our study. So during my class, our lecture, I usually give you the exercise. So I hope that you do the exercise and we can discuss the exercise. So in this website, I hope that all of you in this class will log in the Moodle and use the chat. use that thing, and because of my responsibility and I have no responsibility to check your attendance, but I can check your attitudes, and I give this point to his your score of grade proves your attitude. So I hope that all of you lucky tomorrow. So during the class, my class, I can check the meeting. And in this class, every week, because we have 8 weeks, so every week we have the content of our study in this website. We have a tab, and also I put up my slide, and it also have practice time. However, the practice lecture, so lecturer will give you for later the practice. So we have 8 weeks. Each lecture we spend 2 weeks. We have a midterm exam in week 5, and the final week we get. We will have after we get, we have a final exam. So we have a score for it. So everything you can find out on the website. Remember, and what I want to remind you, log in the chat for QA, for chatting, and check attendance by me. Okay, now it's just a website. So now I can step by step going through my lecture. So if you have any question, you can post directly to the chat. Okay, the course description first. Okay, what we study in this course? This name of course is an introduction to algorithm. So it's for students who take this course to imagine what, why, how to study algorithm. During your study in this university, you have at least 2 courses of algorithm. It's the first course of algorithm. So this course introduction, like say hello for you with algorithm, and let you know why, what, and how to study algorithm. And this class you mainly learn how to express algorithm with pseudocode and diagram. It's very important because you can read, you can write algorithm in algorithm language. Is very important for everyone. And the textbook is, we have 2 textbook you can reference to, refer to. Is the first book is in the algorithm of that direction, and the second is the software analysis. Yeah, it's a tools main book for you to study. However, because this course is introductions, so we just study some part of this book, and we miss something else. The examinations, we have 2 exams. We have a midterm exam and final exam. And how to grade you is first your attendance is the 10%. Your attendance by checking by the office. But for me, I check your attitude during your class, proves how you interact with me and how you do exercise in class. And let practice and class exercise take you 20% grade, and midterm exam 20%, and the final exam, so most importantly, technical, 50% grade. So remember and try to get this all. And however, it's great, but I want to all of you enjoy my class. It's the most important. And for course recipes for you. And at first it is very simple class because you are from many majors, so you have different fundamentals of knowledge. And even some of you do not know how to program or not good at programming. So I hope that who in this class never heard the term of algorithm before. Do you know algorithm first? Algorithm before this class? It was a term. Okay. Yeah, first I hope that all of you know the fundamental data type, decimal number. Second, at least it's the best if you know the iterative programming concept. I think because some previous course some years ago, so some students didn't take the class of program before my class. So once you need the knowledge of program concept, because if you already took the class of programming, you already know you have the concept of variable, conditional, iterative, and recursion. So it's easy for you to start with algorithms. And finally, so I hope all of you already passed the high school, so we know the algebra. Okay, so even some of you don't know all this, don't have a fundamental knowledge here, you can study by yourself on internet. Or if you want to learn deeper, so you can find internet to study. Okay. Our course plan, yeah, I think all of you know that we have 8 weeks, right? And our schedule is 1 week for theory and 1 week practice. And theory takes 3 hours per lesson and 1 lesson per week. And practicals, we have 2 hours per lesson. And material you can find outside in the model. And because it is that you have to use tool, or you can draw by your hand to express your algorithm. So if you use a tool, you can use the online tool in this address. You can for you to draw, but however you can draw by any tool you like, or even you can draw by hand on the paper, because we practice your mind, practice your using your idea. Not this class not for you practice programming. Okay. And of course you will use chatting for QA to chat and submit your practice. And each student use paper and use with your computer, smartphone to practice. So I encourage you print your device to this class. Computer, smartphone, and if you do not have both of them, you can use paper, pencil, anything to draw, to write down, so everything. Okay, its rule of study is this course, because this is the first class of algorithm. So if I go quickly, maybe some of you cannot understand. because you should get familiar with the idea and concept of thinking of this class. So we don't have to hurry to fulfill online every day. And we try to understand it step by step. So if you have any questions, you should give these questions, send me a message. If you feel so sleepy, try to contact me. I try to wake you up. Okay? And if you try to understand, looking for sample by yourself, I want you to use anything tool for the like Google. You can try to find the sample by yourself to make you understand the book. Okay? So because it is algorithm is a way to find to deal with a problem, to solve problem and to find solution. So I never give you solution immediately. So at first you have to try to analyze the problem to understand. And second, you have to try to find the solution by yourself. And finally, if you have a solution and you understand the problem, we will discuss about it. We analyze together to help you to understand. Okay? It's the first course description, so I hope all of you understand me, right? And now, to make a test. I already inside the chatting room, so I want all of you log in tomorrow and answer me. Do you understand the course description I just gave you? Okay? We have to test our system. Okay, log in tomorrow and send me the signal. Yes, I understand you. Okay. I see. Make a last screen login, and after login, please answer me. Do you hear me? Do you understand course description? If you have any question, you can post here, or you can stand up, or can raise your hand. Anything, we try to contact. We try to discuss. We try to exchange our knowledge and information. You can see a lot of students and here, so please someone send his message. Do you understand me? And send me that message. Instead of stand up, you can send this message. Okay, I see. Thank you very much. We try because I will the first time we meet. So we try to get closer and closer. Okay. Algorithm, I think that all of you maybe you heard algorithm term before, and even some of you, because some of you can good at programming, so you have to use some algorithm. So before, so we go deeply to studying algorithms. So we need to understand the reasons why we study algorithms. Why we study algorithms. Okay. really hope you, after this study, I hope you can give me another sample. But every day you living every day after you except sleeping time, after you waking up, and until you go to bed again, you really relies on a lot of algorithms applications inside many applications. I think all of you now, so most of you after wake up, was the first action. The first action of you, maybe you brush your teeth, or you take your smartphone. Maybe you take your smartphone and you open those social media, Facebook or something else, YouTube. You open it, you reach your feed, and so you can see a lot of information. So, what's the news in the feed is the same for all of you now. The feed is social media. It's online and we analyze all your activity in your habit, in your history. So after that, it knows your interesting and it determines what content will show you on your new feed. So for you, based on your past behavior, interaction platform. Even you can see a lot of advertisement related to your dream yesterday. Even you dream about the new shoes, yes, this morning, you open your smartphone, you see, oh, the new shoe appear on the smartphone. So, it is an algorithm. The algorithm will analyze you, your habit, your behavior, your interaction in the internet. It's history for previous day. So, use this algorithm, it can show you the related information on your smartphone. After that, when you go to, you wake up, after wake up, use your smartphone, you know, some of your friends say, okay, come here, this position, and he send you the position to the Google Map, right? And you click the Google Map and you know, you find the best way, the shortest way from your home to the coffee shop, for example. But recently, the Google Map not even find the shortest path. But also it finds the shortest time by analyzing the way you come, the route come from home to the coffee shop, and also analyze the traffic jam, and then give the suggestion for you to go the way in shortest time. It's based on traffic condition, based on distance, and other factors, even your behavior, your habit, something else. So by analyzing, algorithm analyzing your data, you know how to suggest you. It answers the algorithm. And then you come to this class, or even you meet some girl, you say, you know, these flowers, and you know, so my habit, something else. Yes, you will use Google search. By Google search, and you know some things you know. So you search, and Google search how we display the results, because it analyzes millions of web pages and return you the relevant results for you just a few seconds. It's the first algorithm, the famous algorithm you use. So it's a normalized. You rely on the algorithm. Everything you rely on the algorithm. Even you come to this class, or you come to some place. Nowadays they do not check your card, they check your face ID. They just see your face and know who you are, and you can check in easily. And finally, some of you, I think all of you now not independent about financial, but some of you, I think, bridging to the independent. So maybe you need some tool software to analyze your financial. But every day, maybe you use the bank house, banks, mobile, digital banks, and even use some of you I think even you very young you invest to stock market, you invest to coin market. So some of you here may be very rich because you use algorithm to analyze financials and suggest you how to invest. Really? Yeah. So our town, you can see that the real origin not only you, everyone in this world now rely on the algorithm. And so more and more the new algorithm appear and helps people live better. And you know that recently we have bomb, the big bomb of technology. Do you know what it is? It makes something is become some announcement, some say that it's very useful for people, but even it is very dangerous for people in the future. Do you know what the new technology, new tool appeared recently? What is it? You know? I'm waiting some send message. Recently, so every news, I think so. Maybe a lot of you use that tool. Yeah. You know anyone sends message? The new technology is ChatGPT, right? In fact, ChatGPT now is very surprising for not even people, but also for scientists. Even us, we release a research about the AI a lot, but the ChatGPT really is amazing. Right? It's making many things easier. Even you're studying it, even you don't study here, you can answer a lot of questions. Even you do not programmer, do not need to study programming, you can make programming in this. So it's really amazing and can change like human. Okay? That's why should is learn algorithm. It's a why. But another question I want to ask you, why do you have to study algorithm? Yeah, we here to learn algorithm. Do you know why you have to study algorithm? Why? Yeah. Because you study in this university, it majors in IT, related to IT. So you have to take this course of algorithm. Okay? Yeah. But here I want to say is, so you should learn, not have to. Okay? So you find out the target, you find out the purpose, so you can defeat it. Why should study learn everything? We have many reasons we should study everything. Yeah. At first, I think now more and more you have problems you want to solve. Even you have to do the exercise activities and algorithm and another class. A lot of problems you have to solve. And in your life, even you nowadays you like adult, so you have to do your home. You have to work, have your father, mother, and your parents in your house. You so a lot of problems, and maybe you have to assist your younger sister, or you have to assist your friend. So you have many problems, and even some of you now have to think about how to earn money, how to get the job, and how to pass the exam. You have many problems to solve. So algorithm can help you to solve problems systematically. Efficient approach to solve complex problems. So the algorithm can help you with that by yourself or using your computer. Yeah, at first, for the recent study algorithm. And secondly, because if you study computer science or some major related to the computer science, algorithm very good for computer science. Algorithm is the fundamental to computer science. Anyone of you from computer science, but anyone can answer me what is computer science? Anyone can say me why you study computer science? Because you can see that computer is part of you. To use that computer, the computer have to use many algorithms. For example, how to use memory, how to store the memory, and how to store the data in the hard disk, how to get the data from hard disk to the memory quickly, or how to use CPU, because your CPU is many CPU inside the computer, and how you calculate parallelly, in parallel, right? And a lot of things in the computer needs algorithm to run your computer fluently, quickly, and efficiently. So if you study your computer science, at first you have to understand your computers, and then you know how to use your power of your computer to prove for your job. For example, you know mining Bitcoin, you know? And mining Bitcoins nowadays, what's the power of computer to mine the Bitcoin? It's a CPU, right? If you understand CPU, you know how to make your computer more powerful to mine Bitcoin, for example. And computer science is a fundamental to computer science. Okay? So algorithm is very good. If you computer science, you should good at algorithm. It's very important. And secondly, is for programming. If you understand the computers, you can make a program. And for good programs, you should good at algorithm. Yeah. Not program, normal program. Outsourcing programs maybe you not need to know the algorithm. You just do some things someone tell you to do. It's a list of work and in this text, you just type your code inside the program. However, recently we have ChatGPT and the new AI program. Maybe some new AI can do this all instead of you. So, secondly, computer science really needs algorithm. And the third thing is optimization. Because when you deal with a lot of problems, not only you deal with the problem, you solve the problem, but you should optimize your solutions quickly. Yeah, like you have to optimize your budget, you optimize your time, optimize your efforts to finish the job. So, and for example, every day, if you finish your own exercise every day, it's a short time. You have a rest time to play, right? You have a rest time to watch movie or go out to play with your friend. But if you do not good plan, you cannot optimize your homework. You don't have time to play. And data analysis, yeah, of course, data analysis is very important because you see all example I give you in previous slides, yeah, is from analyzing data. And recent day we heard big data, we heard the ChatGPT, we know the Google search, we know the media platform, and a lot of things. But without the data, they become nothing. They become useless. So the data analysis is very important because we analyze the data and it tracks the inside the data and gives you making decision. So algorithm for data analysis is very important, especially for data analysis. And automation. I think some of you might be from automation measure, how automation measure. Automation is very important because you have a lot of tests and you want your machine to come to do repeatedly the time, and even it should be smart. So you know that vacuum cleaner, right? Vacuum cleaner recently is very available in every house. I think every house now has a vacuum cleaner. It kind of machine can clean your house automatically. It's not the vacuum cleaner use your hand, right? Vacuum cleaner in your hand and you push the hand, you still have to use vacuum cleaner to clean your house. But nowadays we have a vacuum cleaner machine. It can be smart and it can automatically clean your house. Right? It can run all your house efficiently in the short time and make your house cleaner. Yeah, you do not need to care about cleaning your house. You just wake up, go to school, going out with friends, and go to bed. Yeah, everything you do, your house always clean. Right? Yeah, we call them automation. So the algorithm can have it, and have the machine can do repeatedly your work which required, and you can make the machine become smart. Okay. And algorithm is innovation. You can see that the more and more the new algorithm appear every day, every year. And so whenever the new algorithm appear, it changes the world. It changes your life. It makes your life better, right? Well, maybe some long time ago, maybe some years ago, whenever you come to the office, if you come to help desk to ask your permission to come in the building, right? And or you come in your car going out go in or out the building, you have to use some card or get card from the guard, right? But recently, so it's a new algorithm can automatically understand your number of your card, right? So you can get and already automatically opened the gate for you to come in or out. Or you can check in your face ID, and even now, so you can use smart bank. It can make you give you a lot of service to buy the ticket and a lot of things through internet. So the more and more the new algorithm appear and give you a lot of service because of digital world. Nowadays we have some term like digital social or smart social. Yes, a new thing appear. And recently, because the ChatGPT is very new here. So the reason we learn algorithm because maybe in the future and you can give the news algorithm and it can have a lot of people. And finally, the most important and close to you, if you could get algorithm, you can have a great job opportunity like data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, algorithm trading. Yeah. This is your release of your good opportunity if you would add algorithm. So algorithm is difficult? No, it's not difficult, but you should study hard to learn about algorithm. Okay, something that is still far from you or you haven't touched anything. But you touch money already, right? And you want to touch more money in the future. You want to high salary after graduation. So here is salary for you if you're good at everything. Okay? And first you can see that software development. Software development team average salary for software developer with strong algorithm skill. With strong algorithm skill, not simple normal software developer. It range from 75,000 to 150,000 dollar per year. Okay, if you do not want to become programmer, you can become like a data scientist. So with salary from 90 to 180 with data science. And okay, it's very potential. If you look at artificial intelligence and machine learning, its salary very high, even in Vietnam. You can get salary very high. Every bank now they recruit the people good at AI and machine learning algorithm to analyze it. And the salary from 110 to $200 per year. Okay, you can touch if you good at everything. And cyber security, yeah, because some of you here from cyber security, right? Okay, it's good for you, the salary, and finally, if you want more and more money, you can find the financial economist. It has a level of trading. So it's very easy for your analyst to strong and raise from that. It helps to earn money, a lot of money from you. Okay, your future, your salary in the future, and with this, then try to reach it. Then become rich. You can become Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is make a lot of things, amazing things in the world by everything. Yeah. So it's more and more, but even you become employer, so you can get salary. Okay, so it's good. May I put this slide longer for 5 minutes for you studying it? Okay, studying it. Okay, my future salary that's good. Okay. Yeah, so I want to push you, encourage you to study quickly, efficiently after graduation. So you have a big salary and you have everything, house, wife, children, playing and do anything. Okay, now we're playing a little bit before we our class have break time. So I give you many numbers, right? When I ask you to study it, yeah, all the sentence difficult for you to your mind can imagine how what different salary here. So we have salary playing here. We make a code online here. It's very easy, and you just click on the link and you copy the code to that link and run the program. So it works. We try. Okay, now stare at your slide again. You can find the different slides here. You put the number here and you see that the salary. You can see that the biggest salary here is AI machine learning job. If you have the job, you can have very high salary, high salary written here currently. And secondly, you can find some high salary for trading analysis. The trading analysis can help you. I think financial company, a lot of finance companies recruit their position quickly. And the third maybe the data science and cyber analysis. And having the smallest salary is smallest in so smallest salary of them is software development. But software development should be good at everything. Okay? Yeah, it's a simple way for you to run and play. You can take your code and run it online. And so this code, how you can make this code? Okay, if you make simple code, it's easy for you. Just ask GPT. It gives you a lot of code. That's the reason why. So if do not to become just programmer, you should be programmer good at everything. You can train it. I think it's break time before we come to learn how to computer thinking. So we have 10 minutes for the break time. But if you want, you can play with this code. You can click on the link, copy this code to the website and try to run with this code. You can change the number here. And it can show you difference of your different results. It's very interesting for you. Okay, we have break time, 10 minutes. Okay. Again, we just only finish the course description, and the reason why we study algorithm. We should study algorithm. And I think now, until now, you can understand the reason you study algorithm, and you see your target for your study after graduation. I hope you focus on the lecture, and I hope it gives you some point and something you can use for the future. Okay? Learning the computational thinking. Yeah. Normally in other class, we do not have a computation thinking lectures. But in our lecture, so I give you computational thinking first for you. Computational thinking is a way for you to learn how to think like computer. And if you can think like computer, you can solve many problems in computer science. But not only computer science, but also for your other things in your life, in the real world. So computational thinking is very necessary for you to good at algorithm. So computer thinking, we have another term, is a computing thinking. You can find out on the internet, but not a lot of book about computational thinking. In the approach in the other countries, they also combine the computational thinking with the algorithm. But in Vietnam, I think a few lectures combine computational thinking with algorithm class. So I hope that before we go deeply in algorithms, you should learn computational thinking. If you translate to Vietnamese, thinking is not suy nghĩ, is thinking is tư duy. Computational thinking is called tư duy máy tính. Yes. So if you can, the way of computing thinking is it can help you to solve many problems. So at first, you should learn the computational thinking. And today, so maybe you study today is computational thinking. And after the next weeks, we will study more about the algorithm. And computer thinking will provide you foundation concepts, the problem solving skill that necessary for you to understand and create things algorithm with computation thinking. And computer thinking can help students to learn how to approach problems in structured and logical manner. Yeah. And help you how to breaking down the complex problem into smaller, more manageable parts for you to solve. And help you to identify the pattern relationship among data. This kind of thinking is critical for developing algorithm. And final part, you see, in addition, computer thinking can be applied to many different domains, not only programming, not only computer science, but algorithms specific to computer science and related field. So, if we say that computational thinking is general, you can apply to general things, but algorithm you apply for computer science and specific only related to field. So that's why the computational thinking is not only for computer science, even for life. And the exercise of the computational thinking, but you can see that it's not really related to computer science. It's related to your life, normal life. It's the next exercise. And I say that you have many problems you have to solve. But you solve the problem by your nature. By the way you know, by the way until now you solve many things you have. But if you want to manage the problem, you solve problem systematically, in structured or logical manner, you should it's a way of thinking. It can help you to solve the problem easier and efficiently. That's the reason why to use computational thinking. So this is modern thinking, because nowadays you see that we use computer everywhere. So every thinking, our thinking can be applied for the machine to help you. That's the reason why the reason here, the way of thinking is modern thinking. We call it computation thinking. Because finally, we want to automate your thinking, and we can want to push your thinking into your idea into the machine to run instead of you. That's the reason why it's modern thinking. So that's the reason we start with computational thinking. At first, remember, computer thinking is to approach to solving problem, and even using concept and idea from computer science, but it can express solution to run the computer. And if computational thinking can be used everywhere by many types of people, computer scientists, professional engineer, medicine, education, life science, and you can understand computer thinking in a fundamental course in the 21st century. Of course, you can use this idea for your life, for your painting, for your leisure house, for you to get new friend and to take care of your pet. Yeah, a lot of problems you meet every day. You can use this computation thinking to solve this problem. That's the reason why we start with computation thinking. Right? If you start immediately with everything, without thinking, maybe you become a machine only. But if you want to be professional, a specialist as computer science, you should learn the thinking first. Okay. In fact, the computation thinking is very simple. You just remember just 4 things or 4 pillars, or we call 4 key methods of computer thinking to use in your life. So it's first a decomposition. And you see the picture decomposition. What means the decomposition? Decomposition is to breaking down the problem, big problem, become to small problem. Like cake, you have big cake bread. If you want to eat on the cake, you have to cut the cake into many parts and separate the small part to everyone. And if everyone together to eat it small part, you can finish it all the cake. Because big cake. So at first we should decompose the cake into the small part. Everything you should decompose it. Or break it down. It's a decomposition. It's very normal, right? And second thing is your pattern recognition. Pattern recognition means if you should find the similarity with property of things you face with. We have a lot of, for example, you have a lot of cake here, and you have a different color. So what you recognize in the many things here, many cases here. For example, possibly with your vision trend, you can see that we have some cake in the same color. Okay, it's a pattern recognition, or the same shape, or something else. But you have to recognize it. You find out the similarity and attraction. Okay, for example, you have a big cake, right? And your friend will say, okay, what are you eating? From online. If you don't want to bring the big cake from one room to another room to show on the cam, to show, oh, I am eating this cake, big cake. It's difficult for you to bring the old cake to come to move to another room to one room to another room, right? So if can abstraction by this one located by small cake, it have nearly similar to the big cake, and you can bring it and give him to show him to camera. It's easier for you to bring small cake from one room to another room. We call it abstraction, okay, or data representation. If now, as long as the small cake have enough information, it's enough information for your brain to understand. And finally, it's the algorithm. Yeah, of course, algorithm is what we study is next after that. The algorithm is a way to for you to describe the process of activity to finish work, right? If you want to bring a cake from one room to another room, so you need a process. You cannot just bring the cake from one room to another room. At first, you have to cut the cake, right? And second, you have to ask friend to agreement. For agreement that, yeah, can I bring the small cake from this room to another room to show other friends? It's a process. And you bring going from one room to another room. And you have to open the can and you sew it. You have to arrange your house. Or if you don't want to see the many other stuff of your room. Yeah, many things we call this planning of activity. So Amazon can help you to make a process of activity. Okay? Do you understand? You got it? Say yes. Someone say yes quickly for me. Let me believe that you focus on still stay at my slide. Yeah, we just 4 key methods. Remember. Simple. 4 key methods of key pillar, important part of computer thinking. But it's a theory. If you want to good at computer thinking, you should practice a lot of time to become your habit, to be your thinking, not theory. Okay? You have to practice it. And in the next, we will exercise. We have an exercise for you to practice. So I hope that through the exercise can give you the idea of computer thinking. Okay, someone say yes here. Do you understand? If you someone say no, I can repeat again. Yes. Yeah. Lucky. All say yes. If someone say no, I have to go back. Okay. Okay, so from now we step by step to study here, and remember, so we have exercise for each part. For each pillar, we have 4 pillars, and we need to practice 8 pillars. Okay. What's the decomposition? I think the decomposition is very simple. It's not very normal. Yeah. Everyone can say, yeah, obviously we have to break it down. Yeah, right. We should breaking down everything complex for you to solve. Yeah. For example, from your small you study the writing essay. I think every teachers for many decades, or from me and to you, have to be taught that how to write the essay. Normally the essay have to break it down into 3 parts. First, introduction. The second, the body, and finally the conclusion, right? Everyone. We have to break it down the essay into 3 parts. And then you see that in the body, we continue to breaking down it into many ideas, right? Many ideas of your thinking for the essay. So normally, for every word you have to break it down in structure, even in systematically. If you want to have a higher score for the essay, at first you should have a structure of essay like this. Yeah, at first, if you want to get score for 5 or 6 score, it's the most important thing. So for your writing everything, so you should have that. And even in your talk, in before your friend, something else, or somebody else, you usually have to say hello first, right? Introduction, who I am, and then you have body, you can say blah blah everything, and finally you say goodbye and some nice word, right? Every country say every good word, goodbye, good, yeah. For example, the Korean Chantayo, right? For example, and it said Vietnamese. How to say goodbye in Vietnamese? Ciao, right? Or tạm biệt. Some good word, yeah. Or gặp lại nhé. Okay. How to say? Or not say nothing. Yeah. And second, decompositions. Decomposition, for example, you make breakfast. You can make a toast, you can get butter, and then you can make a tea. You have to break down the activity for boil, roti, or downhill. It's everything you have to have process. To have process, you have to make smaller problem, complex problem into small problem. Okay, it's breaking down. Okay, so we have the example, and I want you to read it carefully because it's very long. I don't want to become reader for you, and read it first and you analyze this example, and you understand how we decompose the problem. Okay, please have some minutes to read it, to try to understand it, and after that we discuss. Okay, then it is it's a problem. So, because of these examples, these guys usually come to school very late. Yeah, he normally late 3 times a week, so his teacher complained him a lot. And I think he's a good guy, so he wanted to fix this problem. I want to be on time from tomorrow and start with the 5. But how we can fix it? And the problem is late to school many times. What is the solution? Yeah, if your teachers or your someone asks you, yeah, you are always late to school, you will have to fix it. What's your solution? I think the simple answer is very easy for you. Okay, sorry teacher, tomorrow I will come early. That's all. This is my solution. But tomorrow is still late. And they'll complain again. Yeah, you will again. Okay, I'm sorry. Tomorrow I will be on time. My solution is very simple. Again, on time again. Tomorrow again, late again. Yeah, so solution is very easy. If you have problem, it's solve problem easy by one sentence. But if you want to efficient solution, you should to analyze the problem, decompose your problem, so you can, only that you can fix your problem efficiently, instead of only say the sentence. Here, okay, we have the decomposition of the problem here. First, you have to say why you are late to school. Because we miss school bus. Okay, why do you miss school bus? Because it leaves 7 a.m. Right? 7 a.m. And I reach there few minutes late for you. You have problems normally. You know that in abroad, in other countries, they're different from Vietnam. If you have a schedule, it's 7 a.m. for leaving of a bus. That means that exactly 7 a.m. it will leave the station. But in our countries, normally, if the bus has schedule as 7, normally the driver can wait for 5 or 10 minutes for other guests. So normally in your thinking, you think that you have to get maybe 5 or 10 minutes, or if even the driver doesn't wait for you, you make a complaint. Yeah, just 5 minutes. You should wait me, but in the road, exactly 7. That means exactly 7 a.m. leaving. Nothing new, more minute, few minutes later. Okay, and so why you late? A few minutes, just few minutes, it takes you too long because he said it takes him too long to get up all this stuff, includes a backpack, baking lunch bag, water bottle, shoes, everything, making late. Yeah, by decomposition, you find the source of problem. It's a very important. If you want to fix it, frankly, right? And now, after decomposition, find the source problem, we will break it down. With the source, the problem is preparing your stuff every morning, so you can fix it. You should break it down. For example, you can see that you have to pack your backpack. You have to matching your socks. You have to never wake up early, on time to go to bus. You have to fill your water bottle. You have to use the outfit and wake up late, and you have to rest and a lot of things. so on. So after breaking down the source problem, you can ask potential solutions. For example, for the backpack, I think most suggestion you should prepare your backpacks before you go into sleep, right? Before you go to sleep, you should prepare your backpack first. Even you go to school or you go to picnic, go to party, you should prepare first. Yeah. Or for example, the sock. So the sock you have different for you to match the sock, right? So the solution is should be matched first. Put the socks together first, and put the sock on into the shoe first. Yeah. So that's why you should make a preparation. It's a solution for you. And for example, wake up early. It's a problem is that you cannot wake up. Maybe you already set alarm for your clock, but it's not loud enough for you to wake you up. Okay, you can set in your smartphone, and your smartphone can set many times. Okay, the first time you cannot wake up, the second time you wake up. Or not, if you're not being not efficient, you can ask your parents help you set alarm for their phone, and whenever their phone rings, they can wake you up, right? It's many solutions for you to make it for you, but to do that you have to breaking down the problem and find the feasible solution for you. Right, for you to solve the problem. Is the way of the breaking down the problem. It's very simple, very obviously, right? But you should practice every time, because you should analyze the problem and find the source problem, and then breaking down it, and then find the solution. Okay. For example, it's very simple, but you apply for everywhere. For example, you have if you want to store the data on Earth, you know the Earth has a lot of information. So normally, the mapping the Earth they use many layers. So each layer it stores a kind of information. For example, the first layer is the land, and second layer is the building. They store different layers of data. So by that, you can store a lot of information. Similar to that, you have a collect data planning. You can find different area, different layer for you to collect data. Okay, and now it's time to do exercise. Even the obvious, even this can be complex, but you should practice and say it's simple, but if you want to be yours thinking, you should break this. Okay. The problem is the next month we have a summer vacation. You want to make a plan for the trip. So for your family, not only you, in the next month, it's time to prepare for your plan. Now, please break it down into smaller and more manageable parts. Firstly, you compose your problem and break it down and send me the message. How do you make a plan for vacation trip? You remember that it's a problem, breaking down problem. So you can break it down by questions. Okay? So we keep many breaking down into small problems, and then find a solution for each problem. Okay? Okay. Only next month. Just a few days later, we can have a vacation trip with your family. Now, okay, prepare time for playing. I'm waiting for you for 10 minutes, right? And send me the message here. Okay, because I should remind you, just I forget because should try to practice. Don't try to get copy anything because I do not get your English or anything. Practice is just for you to practice your mind, practice your thinking, and try to make your mind working for that. Okay? Don't look into someone and find some help. I want you to practice for yourself, for your benefit. I see someone send me some very short word. I want to break down and give is several smaller problems, not just one. I see. Your problem is, yeah. Remember that when you make the process, that means you make the problem you want to be solved. Okay. I think that someone give his list is okay. But finally, the problem is to enjoy the trip. Is it a problem? Yeah, let's see this. Let's see. Okay. Good. Yeah. I'm saying that you are very, really good in question. Yeah. Good. Yes. Because we have problem and we want to make a plan to somewhere. For example, we want to go abroad. So what's the problem if you want to approach the next one? For example, you have need to destination, maybe there's some place easiest and really your family life. For example, some countries close because you don't want to fly long time and you want to some place a good price, for example. And secondly, if the country you want to go is require a visa, so we know how the problem is how to get the visa. For example, and secondly, the financial, the third thing, for example, problem financial. Yeah, you want to go to some country you really want to go. For example, Europe, Japanese or Korean, for example. That country may be expensive for you. So the problem is how to save money, how to make the trip cheap, right? And so it's a financial problem. So you break it down into many things. And for example, things if you want to another country, so probably if the country cannot speak the nature language is not English, so you should prepare it for your language. How you can fulfill in the country without English? For example, it's a language. And so you can see that is many problems if you want to go abroad. Yeah. And another thing is if you want to go to inside Vietnam, you want to go to another city. Yes. So one thing you are okay. You want to explore some new place. And something you can enjoy the food. So this is a problem. Even you can say that okay, the problem is how to persuade your younger sister agree with you to come to another city with you. Or you want to bring your friend with your family, or for example, your girlfriend or boyfriend, you want to bring them with you. So it's a problem. So you should persuade your family to bring you. Yeah, a lot of things. You should analyze your problem and find the big problem and break it down to smaller and manage the part. Thank you a lot of experience here. Give me the and I hope that you do by yourself because you should practice. And solution C, for example, is a simple sample. For example, the first problem to destination. It's it's not easy for you to choose destination to go for next month because it is very short time, right? It's a still short time, so it should determine which destination you want. You want to go to beach or to go to mountain? What kind most of your family like? Consider factors cost, distance, activity, and climate. Because next month is summer and very hot. Yeah. For example, if you want to go to Fukuoka Islands next month, is possible. And it should we go to Fukuoka Island next month? Maybe not, because next month in Fukuoka may be rainy seasons, for example. And since the buses for because the family, a lot of people going together. This becomes a problem because if whole family going together, that means you should have rich buses for that. And you have to allocate fund for transportation, lodging, meal, activity. And the book transportation is a problem if many people come, if you old people going by the plane, maybe make the expense too high. So you can choose car, rent car, or go by train, and reserve seat, and find accommodations. You can stay in hotel, or you want to some homestay, and something, or you want just camping. Yeah, a lot of things you can choose. Yeah, and so your planned activity for playing exam. You know a lot of things, so you should breaking down the problem into smaller and find the solution for each problem. Okay? Okay, it's easy, right? But not really easy because it's the most important part. Because if you cannot break it down into the problem can be solved, other part become useless. Okay? Now everything from now and even if becomes a project manager or project director or becomes a manager or become the boss. So most important thing of your position is breaking down the problem into smaller and you assign the other staff to do to solve the problem for you. So I think it's not easy for the boss. Not all the boss can do this work, breaking down the problem. Okay. It's very, very difficult. And my second pillar. The second pillar is finding similarity, character between the problem. That means if you have a problem, because when you're breaking down many problems, so that means you have to find many solutions for each problem. So it becomes your problem because of too many solutions for too many problems. So that's the reason why you need to better recognition. Why? Because you want to say, can find out many similar problems. So we can find the solution. One solution can solve all the similar problems. So it can help you. Okay? For example, for the trip, you see that many problems from the booking the flight and booking the hotel and a lot of things require you have to consider financial. So the solution for that is it. What is it? Flight, hotel. What solution to solve it? You can see that you can find a combo, right? Airplane. So it finds the problem is similar, is paying. What's the similar between the flight? What's similar the problem in the hotel? If they have a similar problem is money. You want to cost the lowest cost for buying this thing because you know that if you go there, the place you do not need the luxury hotel. You do not need the luxury vehicle for you to come to that place. You just one thing, simple thing. So you can choose. So and the problem is similar between among them is the price. You want the lowest price for transportation, lowest price for the accommodation. So from similarity you see the source problem is the price, not about luxury. It's the price. So how to solve the price? You can make a tour. You can buy the combo ticket, buy everything to load in lowest price. It's a solution. Yeah. Instead of you give a big solution, you have to waiting for a night to hunt the lowest price of plane, right? The lowest price of the hotel. It takes a lot of time to do. Okay. Yeah, pattern recognition likely. For example, you have pictures. You have many views, but different colors, so you see it very chaos. If you try to solve it, it's chaos, the true chaos for you. And if you have to pick up, everything is different for you. For example, so you know the fairy story about the golden, right? It's because she has a job, and the stepmother gave her the mixed view, green, black, and some views, and mixes, and require her to separate the view and put the views different color to different baskets, right? So how we can see and show it? So because how to show it in the chaos here, you should see, try to separate it, recognize the different color. You can recognize that. In fact, in the chaos games here, there are only 3 colors. From the colors that you can try to cluster the color, and finally you can get it 3 colors clustered with 3 colors. From that you can pick up the different color bin into different baskets. Okay, the question was it. You see the figures there, we have 4 pictures. So the pictures drawing the dots. My question for the girls in this class, these are 4 pictures of the class. So please tell me why you think that 4 pictures is all the dots, not cake. If some girl in this class can say, yeah, 1 picture is a cake, you can explain for me and debate with me. Or if say that it all the dots, please answer me why you say that it's all dot. This question for girls, and then you come down and ask some randomly someone. Okay, see the pictures, you can ask your friend, the boys. In the pictures, we have 4 pictures. Yeah. I think all of you agree that 4 pictures about the dog. Right? But they are different. So I want to question why you think that is a dog. not cat. Yeah, pattern recognition. So please explain what you say is dog. Yeah, yeah. A lot of things here. You can discuss each other and can listen. So why do you just only they are dog? They dog. Some of them is cat. There is dogs. Okay. If you think that's dog, please explain for me why is they are dog, old dog. Face. Okay. And that means a dog. Okay. So man can hear? I heard someone say hot dog. Okay, you can see that in this picture, you see it's not easy, right? Because you see that even you say that is dogs, but in the four pictures it has a four color, right? Different color, different shape, and different skin. So why you say that's a dog? So to recognize that, what is this? You should have a pattern recognition. What's the pattern? The similarity or pattern, we say that with that pattern we think that is dog, not cat. Yeah, right? He said that it's mouth, versus the mouth with people with one mouth, and the versus is the dog, maybe the ear, maybe the shape. But the shape different, right? Because it also have four legs, it have a tail. If you cover their head, not easy for you to say that it's cat or dog. Yeah, it's a pattern recognition. And because of obviously in your mind, you already know what's the point is a pattern for the dogs. What's the point for pattern for the bottom. So when you are small, your babies, it's easy for you to learn what is this. The bottle, what is this pattern? Because your brain is very powerful. Because it can learn and make a pattern by yourself. Yeah. And you can see that, oh yes, what is it? And see that is dog, cat, or something else. You could call it a pattern recognition. You can find, even you cannot, different for you to explain. But it's people, but however, if you want to make a program for machine learning, or from the AI or something else, so if you want to machine learning, you can recognize your face, recognize the people, and what different the people and other animals. The machines, they need the point, the person to recognize the animal. So if you are programmer, you are scientist, you should give the machine the pattern for them to understand what is this. So that's the reason why, so until now, the machine learning or AI is still not smart as people normally. Because for you all the views, basically you can understand easily. But for the machine, they need a lot of data. For training the machine to understand what is this. And a lot of data to make a pattern. So we call it pattern recognition. That's the reason why you have to study algorithm and how to say, make algorithm to make a pattern recognition and have the machine can recognize what is this, what it is, right? Okay, I think the pattern recognition is a very hang on. The pattern recognition very popular. So, for example, maybe some years ago, it is very difficult for you to watch HD movies. If you want to watch an HD movie, you have to buy DVD, right? And your DVD, or you can watch HD movies on your screen on the TV, or HD hard disk for something, some SD box for you to watch a movie. And you could not watch an HD movie some years ago through internet. You could not. But from recent years, right? Recent years you can watch HD movie easily through internet. For the Netflix, right? Galaxy, and a lot of applications now give you the HD movie through internet. So how can you watch a movie because of compression? Because we have a lot of pictures here, and nowadays we have a lot of compression algorithm very good, high quality. It can compress a lot of things into very small, so you can watch movie with the quality of HD through internet. Okay. What is the data compression? Data compression is an example of pattern recognition. For example, you have many cards here, and you want to store all cards in your pocket, but you only have a small pocket. How you can store everything in your pocket? You call it. If you want to store it, you should be compress the cards. Instead of storing all the cards here in your pocket, you can store just a few of them and you put the number inside. That means we have a 5 cards red, 3 yellow, so on. You call this compression. It's simple compression. Okay? We can also call it. Okay, because we have next hour, so we do the exercise, simple exercise. This exercise from primary school. We have problem, we have a flowing sequence in the pattern number. So can you identify the pattern and predict the next number of sequence after 16? If the question only for you to predict the next number after 16, it may be easy for you to answer, because you can guess easily or you can hear from your friend. But my requirement for you is you need to identify the pattern. The pattern that help you to predict the next number of after 16. Okay, now we do this exercise. The question includes 2 questions. 1, what is the pattern? And second, what's the number of the next? So by the pattern you can guess what number after 16. So you have to use the pattern recognitions. Now start. Don't answer me the only design after. I don't say for you is correct or not. You have to prove by yourself, by the solution. Because you are not kid, because it is exercise from primary school, you are undergraduate student. You have to answer prove by yourself. Give me the pattern. Okay, give me not only the results, not only the numbers after 16. Give me the pattern. Practice time is just a few students sent to me because I expect that you can give me the pattern, not only the next number. Because I think this exercise is quite simple. It's very simple for you because you're from elementary schools. In fact, when you see the sequence of numbers, you can see that you can notice that the difference between the segments is increased by 1. So, from that you can see the pattern of increasement. From 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pattern of increasement for that sequence number. From that pattern you can see that, okay, so next after 5 is easy for you, you think that it's 6. So the next number after 16 is 6. So by this adjustment sequence, by the pattern for you, what's the next number after 22? Right? It after the 5 is 6. 6 plus after 6 is 7, 29. Right? If you make a sequence of the pattern recognition, you can find the sequence, so it's easy for you to guess the next number after each number. So if you say that if you give that pattern, you can give them to the program or to the computer to calculate the number. You remember the computation thinking. It's not just for you to guess the result. It's just for you to get the solution. That solution, you can implement the solution in computer. That's the reason why you need the patent. Remember, not just for you. The traditional thinking is just for you. You can solve any problem, but it needs you to solve problem. But in computational thinking, it needs computer. The last things you want to do is after you get the patent, you can implement patent in computer to use this patent to get the predict number after this number, right? So see the important thing here. By practicing patent recognition exercise, you can recognize patent and relationship data. Yeah, remember, you are practicing thinking. So you have to flow in that kind of thinking. We should find out the patent and remember your patent finally will be used by computer. And you have to recognize the patent and recognize relationship of data. Okay? It's good? Interesting for you? Okay, I see some hand. Okay, thank you, and we have 10 minutes to break. Okay.
chạy chỗ luôn là mình có
We continue. Okay, so you see that's a pattern mechanism that also very important for you because it requires you to recognize a patent. That patent can be used by computer if you want, and it also helps you automatically to get the designs. So, when you study Amazon later, you can see that the pattern recognition is very important. Okay. Third things, we have four things which just proves two things. The third thing, or third pillar is data representations and the abstractions. When we call it abstractions, that means we have to determine the character of problem is important, and filter out some things that are not important. And this with representation for what you want to solve. This means if the breaking down of decomposition is you have to break it down the problem. So for pattern recognition, this means you have to get the similar problem to solve. And in this, we have to deal with the data. Because whatever you deal with and whatever solution problem is also related to the data. So data is very important, so you need to filter out the important information of you. And you keep that information. Okay? For example, I give a question for the boys here in this class. To get example, if you meet a new friend, especially this friend is a girl, maybe she shows something you really feel that interesting. So, because a new friend, after you do everything, attract her, and try everything to get close to her and make friends. Yeah, finally we have to say goodbye. Now, what information you want to get from her, and write down, keep in your memory and keep in your phone to keep contact. Okay. You remember my questions? You make new friends and you want to keep contact with that friend after leaving. What kind of information you want to keep in your phone, right? Of course you can remember in your mind, but you want to remember in your phone. You write down and remember, and after that you can contact again with a new friend. So what kind of information you can write down? You can ask directly. What kind of information? New friend. Okay, and ask him. Okay, you? What's your name? Did I meet a new friend, and after leaving, did I want to get information from him or new friend, and especially maybe good, yeah? And you want to keep information and you want to contact again. So what kind of information do you want to keep? To remember. What information? Social media. Because you have to write down. Remember, you have a computer, small smartphone, right? You have to write down in your, remember in your phone books, what kind of information you get. Yes, social media is important, but I want to make a detail correctly as the information I want to give. For example, what you write down, their first name and phone number, right? Of course, a phone number, but it's changed in a way, right? And email, right? And yeah, okay, his nickname, phone number, email. Yes, it's like a business, not making a friend. Because businessman usually gets email and can write down, yeah, not enough. Okay, I I want to know you. If you have new friends, you want to keep in your photo to remember. Social media, especially Face ID or something. Facebook, okay. Okay, since this is Facebook, yes, okay. Because you remember that if you have a new friend, because this is new, you know nothing about her, right? Maybe it's, nowadays it's Facebook's ID. Because why? Because if she has Facebook's ID, you can make a new make friend with her, and you can understand more about her through Facebook, right? You can see the picture, see her favorites, and some things from her and her friend. Yeah. So, but actually not enough. It's not enough. I mean, it's not normally you say. In fact, you need to write down only name. Name not enough for you to remember. Because, for example, her name is not. You write down not. But after 2 days, you don't know who is God, because in your list, phone list, a lot of God here inside your list. You should have now determined characteristic is important. For example, for him, he can write Ngọc USDS, or Ngọc Sinh, or Ngọc Cao, or Ngọc Ben, for example. Yes, it's a character for you to remember, or from the workplace, from the university, or for something else. So, you call it data representation, because the information you want to keep is that information represent for the object you want to remember. So, with that information, you can reach her and you can contact her easily. We will not make a mistake to contact another one, right? So if you make mistake, you can contact another one, and then say, oh, hey, we met yesterday. I feel very interested in what to say, but answer your phone. Hey, I'm not ready. It's not her. Okay? Yeah. So remember, the data representation objection is the information represent for the object you want to store. That means that information, though it's not information, can determine the object you want to store it. It's very important, so you should remember, check it, get information important information. For example, student in university setting. So, if for student, what kind of information you want to keep to determine the student in the university? Yeah, you can see that you can determine student by the name or meeting address. Very important for university, because they need your tuition fee, so they need your billing address and their name, and for appointment is student ID, and campus address, phone number. Yeah, it's important information to contact students. However, the university doesn't need your favorite color, the school size, food preference. That information is not important for this system. So we call it data representation. Yeah, that means it do not store all information. It only store the more information is important, and it filter out the not important information out of the data. So we call also abstraction. That means we just make a short list important the information you can store it. We call data representation. So data represent for someone or something you want to represent. Do you understand? Yeah, that's very important for you. You cannot keep everything, but you should know what is the important thing you want to keep. For example, So the guy here, he says that he gives information from the information. I think that he doesn't have much experience to keep information, right? And others, if you have experience, you can keep more important information. But maybe it depends on the purpose of keeping. For example, if he just business, on business, the work is just name, the phone number, and the email is enough. You don't need to remember more information. Yeah, it called it data representation. Similar to that, you have book. For example, you have libraries. So what kind of information that you keep in library to manage the books? For example, important information is author list, title, yeah, public ID, public publication date, education, and so on. If that information is necessary, is important to determine the book in library. However, we do not need to keep the information like the color, birthplace of author. You never see rarely to see the birthplace of author in library to manage, right? A complete content of the book. Why I say that it rarely exists in library? That means because nowadays it's difficult to make sure that what information is important or not important. After the time of big data, so they want to keep everything. Because it's about old information, you can do many things. You can do many things. Okay, so just for fun, so I have like these questions for you. You can see that nowadays it's different from previous a lot. We have a problem in questions. You see a car. So we see the luxury car. It runs very fast. So we know the speed of the car. We know from the original to destination of the car. We know the speed of the car running from one place to another place. Okay? The question is, the driver is a girl or boy? You understand? We have problem. The car, we have know the color of the car. We know the destination of the car. We know the speed of the car running. We know what kind of car is it, or brand name of car. But the question is, driver is a girl or boy? Can you answer that question? Can you? Do you know that the question is right? Do you think the question is right? Is correct? Is correct? Question is correct? Is right? Is when I say that driver is a girl or boy? Can you say? No, can you answer me? Driver is a girl or boy? If you know the color of the car with the speed and destination of the car, so can you answer me the driver is girl or boy? Driver is girl or boy? Can you answer? No, you cannot. Why? Yeah. So long time, or maybe so before, so you can say that it's a wrong question. So how can I say because the information I have don't have information of the problem with no sense, right? So how can I know that the center of the driver? But nowadays, so nowadays the time of AI, the time of machine learning, the time of big data, we can answer that question. And I said, may I ask you, I will tell you a story that when you wake up, you open your smartphone. If so, you open the new feed, you see that you can see that something, some item appear just in your dream. Maybe never tell anyone what you want. It just dreamed yesterday, but it appeared in the new feed. How? Is it physical or something? Okay, let's answer the question next. But is it fact, right? You can answer the question just not related to information in hand. But in fact, it's a fact. You face every day. Okay, come back to this one. Letter representation is that just means you have to choose the important information for you to use for your system. Okay, do the exercise. We have exercise for this. You have this problem. In this case, suppose that you have a plan. You have planned to have a picnic with your friends in this weekend. So make sure that you have everything you need for the picnic. So please decide what the list of items you want to have in the picnic. So use the data abstraction to list a list of items for your picnic. Okay? The question is very simple. What kind of item, what's the list of items you need for the picnic this weekend? Simple, right? So please answer me. If you want to go somewhere this weekend with your friends, what you got? So. Okay, do by yourself first. You make a list of items. You prepare for the picnics this weekend. We study, but our thinking just for playing, for the picnic, for the vacation. Yeah, very easy. Okay. Send me the exercise, the solution. Oh, no one sends me to my sister. Exercise here, so in fact it's quite easy for you. For example, the solutions. Of course, what you have to remember, so when you want to prepare the picnic, you have to consider some categories. So for example, in here, I give a three categories: footprints, supplies, and regulations. Three important things for you to prepare for picnic. For example, food and drinks, you have to food something you have to want to eat if you want to play full day as a picnic, right? For example, soft drink, water, food, something like that. It's kind of information you want to keep it. And category supply, you want to, because you have food, you have need plate, cup to drink, for example, like it. If you go to the mountain, you need some blanket, or you want to go to camp, right? You want to camping, right? And recreation, so when you over there, so you want to play together for with your friends, like frisbee, soccer ball, and as a card. Yes, it's something you need to prepare for picnic. This because it's information or data representation you need for that. It's just an example for you to remember. It's similar to the phone, making your friend, or your monitor want to manage your student here. Yeah, it's information. Okay, and the final pillars. We have four pillars. So now the final pillars and the most important pillar is the algorithm. In fact, the algorithm is a definition that is very simple. It contains step-by-step instruction for how to solve the problem and what to be done and order of goods that should be done. Yeah. Here is plans the activity for you to do. And of course instructions, step-by-step instructions, and to be done, to finish, to reach the results. Here is an example of algorithm. It's a simple algorithm is create an algorithm to make a cup of tea. I think all of you know how to make a cup of tea. So, but you need to make instruction for other one or younger sister to do that. So you have to make the list of activity, list of instruction for people to do. For example, is that to make a cup of tea, you say to younger sister, they make a list to have. Yeah? We call it formula, right? Formula to make a property. First, they have to clean the electricity, boil it, pour the water in the cup, put tea bag in the cup, heat for 4 minutes, and then remove the tea bag. It's a very simple thing. We call it process of activity or process of instruction. You want to make it to give to others to do. For example, it's not people, it give it to machine to do, it's called it algorithm. You give the list of instruction, list of order or list of activity. You want the machine do for you to help you to make your company. Yeah. We call it instruction, algorithm. I think it's very easy then, but if you make a complex instruction, it's not easy anymore. Okay, do exercise, simple exercise. Create an algorithm for watching this. This is okay. That exercise, I think everyone can do. Even you can make the algorithm for washing dishes by machine, you still need a process. You still need the instruction. I'm sure about that because I do that every day. Okay? Even if you should wash this machine. Okay? Make algorithm for washing dishes. You make a list of instructions for someone who can do instead of you. Only practice you can understand it. Don't keep in your mind. Don't think too much. Nowadays, people teach you, don't think too much, just do it. Practice and learn. Okay, please send to me solutions. Try to practice it because it's very necessary to design everything next time. Okay. I'm sorry because I'm being on schedule today. I think that we finish class at 10:30, but however, as Professor Paul says that only 10:15. I will ask the office later. Okay, so do the exercise. In fact, it's simple exercise that we give a simple sequence of instruction for this algorithm. For example, again, dirty, dry, and repeat the action until doing something else. This is the important. Okay. And I think the next week we continue to study this, what is the algorithm, and we go detail about the algorithm. Before finish class, I want to say thank you all students come here and especially students who have good interactions with me. Thank you Nguyễn Thành Nam, has a good interaction with me, and some Nguyễn Đăng Duy and many others. Thank you very much for your interaction and hope to see you next week. Goodbye.